don't have to be like them.
Whoop whoop, scribbles a juggalo. And last night I like to show my hatchet man. And of course, the fact that I'm a juggalo. A twisted juggalo. Last night I heard the news about Twisted leaving Psy, and I'm still really shocked over it, but life goes on. There's, like another juggalo said, Don Chaos, artists do leave other labels, so we will get to see them, right?
I don't know. It's a horrible idea.
It's fucked up still, isn't it? Isn't it?
You
What
know,
the
I'm
fuck?
gonna pretend.
I'm talking to Magnet.
I'm gonna pretend real quick that I'm behind Jay. Hey everybody, my name's Jay. I'm kicking everybody off a fucking a record label or
I don't think he's
I don't
kicking
know
people off.
what's
I
going
think
on,
they're
but
leaving.
something's happening. Alright.
I think there's something horrible going down. So after
Maybe Twisted is scared of getting some sort of bad rep from the FBI thing.
No. No, they're still juggalos. They don't give a fuck about that.
Against the FBI and they don't want to be involved with it. Maybe, I don't know what could be going on. Maybe it's just a temporary thing until the FBI shit's over with. I don't understand it.
They're still juggalos though. They're still. Maybe they won't be so. I don't know. You never know why they left.
They're scared of being associated.
First of all, number one,
gang members.
Number one, they know that they have the fan base. They don't need to be on Psychopathic. I think it's probably a money thing. And so after I did the video, Megan and I watched. What did we watch? We watched Jay and Shaggy watching these videos, and it's kind of cool to see. I haven't been on the computer in a while. It's kind of cool to see Jay and Shaggy talking. Oh, I fucked up my eyebrows. Anyway, and it was kind of cool to see Jay and Shag talk, and they seem all right. Shaggy seems a little coked out, like always, like he's been for years, right? Do you think Shaggy's on coke, Magnet?
More coke than you can purchase in a day.
I don't do coke anymore. Can't. I don't like it. I wouldn't like it. If I were to do it nowadays, it would just, I wouldn't like the effects. I've been off that shit for a while. And, so Jay and Shaggy looked alright. And, I don't know when they recorded this thing. Maybe it was done before the news, but them watching these videos, which is interesting. It wasn't that funny, but it was cool to just see them talk normal, But, anyway, I want to talk about a different subject here. I'm going to start doing videos and throwing my opinion out there because I feel like I have something to say. The reason I started these videos. And it's about gun control. After the horrible Aurora shooting in the movie theater, which really bothered me, to the point where we don't see midnight movies, right, Magnet?
I won't go to a movie theater.
Magnet won't go to a movie theater.
Not even during the day.
This happened not too far from here, the first one. And then there's the incident in Connecticut where children got shot. So I support a complete ban, I said it before on YouTube, of
100%
all guns.
ban.
Of all guns to all Americans except law enforcement officers.
If the people that are doing the house robbings don't have a gun, and you don't have a gun, then there's no murders. It doesn't matter if you're going to say, well, I need protection from my house. Well, if the fucking, pardon my bad language, if the nigger ain't got a gun and you ain't got a gun, there ain't no house robbers. So don't worry about it. If the people that are running around doing bad shit, could be white people, could be Mexicans, doing whatever bad shit they do, drive-bys and all that, you don't need to be, if you don't have the fucking gun, you don't have the problem. If you don't have access to guns, you don't have access to these murders. You know, that's just ridiculous. You know, I mean, there's plenty of people out there just running around shooting people. In fact, it wasn't even a black person that did the fucking stupid shooting. They're all crazy white fucks.
I'm gonna do a video where I'm coughing for 15 minutes.
It doesn't make any sense why people are saying, no, I need protection to my house. Well, why do you need protection when if the only reason you need protection is because you're scared of getting shot in your house? Well, if the other person doesn't have a gun, then you don't need a gun.
Is this picking this up on the mic?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Very well.
Well, very good opinion. Good point. I mean, I'm congested because I sprayed the ceiling at work and I didn't wear a respirator. And cigarettes are part of it. But if it really fucked with my lungs. Didn't it fuck with your lungs the other day?
Yeah.
Well, you're younger than I. And I usually have a couple cigarettes in the morning. But, I support a ban on guns. No more. No more guns for Americans. Why, you say? Because there's too many crazy Americans out there, and we can't let society have guns anymore. When the Constitution was written, you needed guns to protect your family, to hunt, to feed your family, and to protect your family from Indians, which I'm an Native American. There was a little bit of hostility and war started by the white man.
And weird stuff like, you know, you have problems. You live out in the middle of nowhere. And
a fucking bear. You'd have a bear in your yard.
You know,
a mountain lion.
Yeah, you needed a bear in your yard. You want a gun.
We don't need a gun to go down the street and go to 7-Eleven and buy
a
pack of cigarettes.
A King Super is literally 6 blocks down the street.
Or
I
nachos.
don't need to go kill a deer.
Do you need a gun to get nachos?
No. I don't need a gun to go buy nachos or buy a Snickers bar.
No.
At 7-Eleven.
You don't need a gun.
No. So why are there guns? Why? In Maine...
Because it's written into the Constitution. The Constitution, this document that we pretend is so sacred and untouchable, yet it has been
violated in every other way.
It has been
It's like the only area
violated.
The gun area is like the only
destroyed
area
years ago
been violated
with amendments, and therefore taking out all the original meaning of the Constitution. So fuck that shit. We don't need it anymore. These shootings are gonna keep happening. You know, like in Aurora, starting here at Columbine, and they blame Marilyn Manson. You know, I'm surprised they didn't blame ICP for that one, because I actually went to rehab with a woman, Stephanie, that was in Columbine, and she was in the library when that shit went down. But anyway, that's all gone past. Now there's a new tragedy people can talk about, and there's going to be more and more until you know. I'm glad people start speaking out, like senators and normal Americans. Fuck the politicians; they never get anything done. What I like hearing other juggalos. I was watching Twisted videos, Juggalos' opinions on Twisted, and I like seeing other juggalos mention that shit too. So it inspired me to do another video. Ban all guns. If you want to go hunting, you check out a gun. Yes, you go to a place,
sporting goods store,
sporting goods store,
or a designated
weeks in advance
that has a park that has it designed
and you buy a rifle.
For it, and they give you a rifle with a serial number on it,
and you return that rifle, or an law enforcement officer comes knocking on your door. That's the society we live in now. Nowadays, technology is so smart. You want to talk about smartphones?
Shit, you could put a chip in that gun and follow it.
Yeah, you can follow that fucking gun. I mean, technology. All this technology is great in some ways. Like I love the navigation, because I have a hard time like finding places when I go at work to when I do work to go pick up shit. And I love that part of the technology on the smartphone. You enter an address, and you can find it real quick. But there's, the police can monitor our.
The Facebook thing.
Have you ever talked? The verbal recognition on cell phones is now very accurate, isn't it, Magnet?
To a good distance.
Like it can pick up about 98% of what I'm saying, right?
Oh yeah.
Of this conversation.
Clearly.
And it'll pick out certain words, and certain words will be sent to someone to look at, especially that announce that I'm a juggalo, and so, but if you this technology, like I want people to think about how quick technology is growing. 10 years ago, we didn't have this. We didn't even have we barely had cell phones, right?
Yeah.
Since 12 years ago. And now it's beyond that. Like the capability. Like I was looking at a Nikon commercial with Kirsten Ashton of the '70s show. This is brand new technology, Magnet. He can take a picture on his Nikon phone, and instantly that picture can go to all of his friends on Facebook and Twitter. Instantly.
And Facebook and Twitter is
Isn't that
another
amazing?
bad thing.
That's why
it's good for people that want to fucking be together with all their old school friends and all the people they used to talk to and all that. But what if you don't want to?
But we got two juggalos.
If you don't want to be found.
If we're gang members and so violent, we got two juggalos right here saying ban all guns for all Americans except for law enforcement officers. Do you agree?
No, I don't even think law enforcement officers should have them.
The cops in England
have fucking
guns, do they?
Just nightsticks. That's all you need.
I disagree.
You don't need a gun.
I give them to cops.
They still kill people.
Because there's still going to be guns out there. So
they kill people for going and reaching in their pockets for stupid shit.
And believe me, cops have been no friends of mine.
Cops are idiots.
And I'll tell you that right now. But I still support the police, law enforcement officers having guns.
I don't.
I've met a couple of cool cops.
There's a couple of cool cops that never shot their gun in
most of my encounters with police have been
but
negative.
You never know. One day they're just going to flip out.
But there's been a couple that have been...
Every cop I've ever seen always does stupid shit, like ruin their vehicle. I've seen cops driving right up against the curb when there's snow on the ground to push the snow up.
Let's wrap this video up. It's 10 minutes and 13 minutes. Anyway, two juggalos. Let's ban all guns.
People shouldn't have guns.
Oh, and by the way, the Broncos are kicking ass right now. But scribbles, so that's man now. Thank God we got Peyton Manning. See, it all has to do with Elway. Anyway, that's a whole other subject.